Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an important topic to discuss: Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever. This viral disease might not be as well known as some others, but it's crucial to understand its causes, symptoms, prevention, and treatment. So, let's dive right in. What is Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever, AHF? Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever, AHF, is a rare and potentially deadly viral disease caused by the Alkhurma virus. It was first identified in Saudi Arabia in 1994 and is primarily transmitted to humans through the bites of infected ticks, especially the Hyalomma dromedary tick. The virus can also be transmitted through contact with the blood or tissues of infected animals. Brief history of Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever. Discovery in 1994. AHF was first identified in 1994 in the Jeddah region of Saudi Arabia when several individuals exhibited symptoms of a severe viral illness. This marked the initial recognition of the disease. Alkhurma virus isolation. Scientists isolated the Alkhurma virus, which is the causative agent of AHF, and determined that it belongs to the Virual family. Tick vector. Research soon revealed that the virus is primarily transmitted to humans through tick bites, particularly by the Hyalomma dromedary tick. This tick species is commonly found in the Arabian Peninsula and serves as a significant vector for the Alkhurma virus. Geographic distribution. Initially, AHF cases were largely confined to Saudi Arabia, but sporadic cases have been reported in other Middle Eastern countries, including the United Arab Emirates and Egypt. About causal agent of AHF. The structure of the Alkhurma virus, which causes Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever, AHF, is similar to other viruses in the Virual family. It consists of several key components. Envelope. The Alkhurma virus has an outer lipid envelope, which surrounds and protects the viral particle. This envelope is derived from the host cell's membrane during the virus's replication process. Nucleocapsid. Inside the envelope, there is a nucleocapsid, which is composed of viral RNA, genetic material, wrapped around nucleoproteins. Glycoproteins. Embedded in the lipid envelope are glycoproteins that protrude from the surface of the virus. These glycoproteins play a significant role in virus attachment and entry into host cells. Genetic material. The Alkhurma virus contains a single-stranded RNA genome. This genetic material carries the instructions for viral replication in the production of viral proteins. How Alkhurma virus transmits to human. Tick bites. The most common mode of transmission is through the bites of infected ticks, particularly the Hyalomma dromedary tick. Ticks are arthropods that feed on the blood of mammals, including humans. When a person is bitten by an infected tick, the virus in the tick's saliva can enter the bloodstream, leading to infection. This mode of transmission is especially relevant in regions where these ticks are prevalent, such as the Arabian Peninsula. Contact with infected animal tissues. Another way the Alkhurma virus can infect humans is through contact with the blood or tissues of infected animals. This typically occurs when individuals, such as hunters or livestock workers, come into direct contact with the blood or organs of infected animals. Handling, slaughtering, or consuming infected animals, such as camels or other livestock, can pose a risk if the animals are carrying the virus. It's important to note that human-to-human transmission of the Alkhurma virus is considered rare, and it is not believed to be a major route of spread for this virus. How Alkhurma virus causes disease, pathogenicity in human. Entry and initial infection. The primary route of Alkhurma virus entry into the human body is through the bites of infected ticks, particularly the Hyalomma dromedary tick. When an infected tick bites a person, the virus in the tick's saliva can enter the bloodstream through the bite wound. Viral replication. Once inside the body, the Alkhurma virus begins to replicate. It targets specific types of host cells, such as immune cells and cells lining blood vessels. Immune response. As the virus replicates, the body's immune system recognizes it as a foreign invader. This recognition triggers an immune response, leading to the production of antibodies and the activation of immune cells like T cells. Dissemination. The virus can spread within the body, affecting multiple organs and systems. This dissemination can lead to more severe symptoms and complications, including liver damage, jaundice, and, in some cases, hemorrhagic fever. Severity. The severity of Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever, AHF, can vary from mild to severe. In severe cases, the disease can result in significant bleeding, organ failure, and a high risk of mortality. However, not all individuals infected with the Alkhurma virus develop severe disease, and some may experience milder symptoms. What are the symptoms of Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever? The symptoms typically appear within 2 to 21 days after exposure to the Alkhurma virus. Common symptoms of AHF include fever. AHF often begins with a sudden high fever. Headache. Many individuals with AHF experience severe headaches. Muscle pain. Muscle pain, also known as myalgia, is a common symptom. Vomiting. Nausea and vomiting are typical symptoms in AHF cases. Diarrhea. Diarrhea may occur and can contribute to dehydration. Hemorrhagic symptoms. AHF is characterized by hemorrhagic manifestations, which can include bleeding from various parts of the body, such as nosebleeds, bleeding gums, or blood in the urine and stool. Jaundice. Some individuals with AHF develop jaundice, which is characterized by yellowing of the skin and eyes. Jaundice is a sign of liver involvement. Abdominal pain. Abdominal pain or discomfort may be present. Joint pain. Joint pain, arthralgia, can occur in some cases. How to diagnose Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever? Clinical evaluation. A healthcare provider will first assess the patient's clinical symptoms and history, particularly any recent travel to or residence in regions where AHF is endemic, such as the Arabian Peninsula. Serology. Blood samples are typically collected to test for the presence of specific antibodies against the Alkhurma virus. The detection of specific antibodies, especially IgM antibodies, can indicate recent or active infection. Viral isolation. Attempts may be made to isolate the Alkhurma virus from the patient's blood or other tissues. This is typically done in specialized laboratories and requires strict safety precautions. Molecular tests. Polymerase chain reaction, PCR, tests can detect the genetic material, RNA, of the Alkhurma virus in blood or tissue samples. PCR is a highly specific method for identifying the virus. Clinical observation. The progression of the disease and the patient's response to treatment, if applicable, are important aspects of diagnosis. Monitoring for complications, such as organ involvement, is also essential. It's important to note that diagnosing AHF can be challenging due to the rarity of the disease and the need for specialized laboratory testing. Therefore, suspected cases should be reported to public health authorities, and appropriate biosafety precautions should be taken when handling samples. What are the treatments for Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever? There is currently no specific antiviral treatment for Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever, AHF. Therefore, the management of AHF primarily involves supportive care in a hospital setting to alleviate symptoms, maintain fluid and electrolyte balance, and provide treatment for any complications that may arise. How to prevent Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever? Protective clothing. When in areas where ticks are prevalent, wear long-sleeved shirts, long pants, socks, and closed-toe shoes to minimize skin exposure. Insect repellent. Apply insect repellent containing DEET or other recommended ingredients to exposed skin. Tick checks. Perform thorough tick checks on yourself and others after spending time outdoors in tick-prone areas. Tick control. If you live in or visit tick-endemic areas, consider implementing tick control measures for your pets, livestock, and the environment to reduce tick populations. Safe food handling. Avoid consuming raw or undercooked animal products, especially in regions where AHF is known to occur. Proper cooking can kill the virus if present in food. Practice good hygiene when handling and preparing meat, and wash hands thoroughly after contact with animal tissues or products. Avoidance of contact with infected animals. Minimize contact with animals that may be infected with the Alkhurma virus, especially if they exhibit signs of illness. If you work with animals or handle their tissues, take precautions such as wearing gloves and using appropriate protective equipment. Education and awareness. Be aware of the areas where AHF cases have been reported and take extra precautions when traveling or residing in these regions. Educate yourself and others about the signs and symptoms of AHF and the importance of seeking medical attention promptly if symptoms develop. Tick removal. If you find a tick attached to your skin, remove it carefully using fine-tipped tweezers. After removal, clean the bite area in your hands with soap and water and apply an antiseptic. Reporting suspected cases. Healthcare providers should promptly report suspected AHF cases to public health authorities for proper diagnosis and monitoring. Travel precautions. If traveling to regions where AHF is endemic, take extra precautions to avoid tick bites and contact with animals or their tissues. Preventing AHF is essential because there is no specific antiviral treatment for the disease. By following these preventive measures, individuals can significantly reduce their risk of exposure to the Alkhurma virus and protect their health. Conclusion. Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever is a rare but serious viral disease with no specific treatment. Prevention through tick avoidance and safe food practices is key. If you suspect you have AHF or live in an endemic area, seek medical attention immediately. That's all for today's video on Alkhurma hemorrhagic fever. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.